Hi guys, in today's video we are going to test new recipes that I found here on YouTube to make slime without glue or borax. First we are going to test this so popular egg slime. I have seen this all over YouTube but I have never tried it for myself, so I'm pretty sure you already have all the ingredients in your kitchen. What you need to do is to pour only the egg whites into a cup. Now that you have the cup with the egg whites, add dish soap. You will need to add more dish soap than the egg whites for this to work. Take a wood stick and mix both ingredients. Keep mixing and mixing until it changes of consistency. When you have it like this, all dense and thick, put this in the fridge and leave it there all night or at least for 12 hours. Wow, this is how mine looks after one day in the fridge. It looks like jello. Let's see how it feels. This totally feels like a very sticky slime. I have no idea why or how this slime works, but it works. I love that it's clear. It looks super cool in my opinion. The only thing that I don't like is that it's very sticky and I'm not sure if we can fix this. I don't think so, but overall this recipe works. Just be careful and don't put this in your mouth, and wash your hands after playing with this because even though it looks like slime, you need to remember that you are playing with a raw egg, so be careful with that. Now we are going to try a new recipe to make glitter slime. You guys know that I love glitter, so I had to try this one out. For this I'll be using this peel of mask that I got at Sally's. Pour half of the bottle in a container, and then if you want it to be any specific color, add some drops of food coloring. And of course, add a lot of glitter. This is my favorite part. Look how awesome this mixture looks. It almost looks like galaxy and I love it. Once you have it ready, add the activator of your choice. Here I'm using contact lens solution. Remember that the more you add, the less sticky it's going to be, but if you add too much, you can ruin the slime, so the best way to add the activator is little by little and keep mixing it each time to check the consistency. At this point, it is easier if you use your hands to knead the slime. And this is the final result. Look how awesome it looks. I really love this slime. It has the same exact consistency like if you use clear Elmer's glue, and I love it. I am happy to say that this recipe works. Now we are going to test a recipe that I found here on YouTube to make fluffy slime without using shaving cream. In a bowl, add a little bit of dish soap and then add equal parts of water. Now take a clean sponge, and with this we are going to create a bunch of bubbles. The more you make, the fluffier your slime will be. Add a few drops of food coloring if you want to add color. Here I'm using yellow because on the video that I saw they used this color, but you can use whatever color you want. Now to make it slime, add a little bit of peel of mask. Here I'm using the same as the last slime that we just made. Now it's time to add the activator of your choice. On the video that I saw, he used contact lens solution, so I'm trying to do the same steps. And now mix all well together, and here's where your liquidy mixture magically is transformed into slime. This recipe is obviously fake. There's a ton of channels here on YouTube making fake recipes, and this is obviously one of them. On my last video, I teach you how to make water slime, but for that slime you need to wait 3 days to see results. In this recipe, I will show you how to make instant water slime. Fill half of a cup with contact lens solution, but don't worry, we aren't going to waste anything. You can reuse this to make slime over and over again. Now it's time to add 2 pinches of baking soda and mix it very well until you can no longer see any baking soda floating in the liquid. Now grab a clear Elmer's glue and dump it directly into the water like I'm doing here. Since Since the contact lens solution is perfect to make slime, the glue is instantly transformed into slime once it is in contact with this water. Let it sit for a minute or two and very carefully transfer the slime into a clean and dry cup. I'm doing this very slowly because the more you move it or touch it, the less transparent it will be. Also, if you move it a lot, you will create a bunch of bubbles and we don't want that. Isn't this super cool? You can make Instagram slimes with this recipe. Now what I'm going to do is to add glitter on top just for fun. This is how the final slime looks like. Now let's mix it to create a super cool and glittery clear slime. I think this is my favorite slime of this video. It looks so cool, it's easy to make, and it can last you a long time if you keep this in a small container with lid like the one that I'm using here. Next, we are going to see if the popular toothpaste slime works or not. First, you will need to use this specific brand and type of shampoo. So put a little bit into a cup. Now add equal parts of toothpaste and mix it until both ingredients are well incorporated. And here's when this is supposed to be transformed into slime. This was another fake recipe, and I don't think that I'm doing something wrong. The only wrong thing that I see here are all of those channels making a ton of fake recipes just for views. What do you guys think of this situation? Let me know your opinion down below. Now we are going to test this recipe to make butter slime. In a cup, add cornstarch and then add hair conditioner and a few drops of food coloring to give it some color. Mix it very well until you can no longer see any dry cornstarch. This is how it looks once it is ready, and I love it. But I have to say that this is not slime. This is a very soft and squishy clay. But look how awesome it looks. This is something you can easily try if you are bored. And you can even add a few drops of scented oils to add a yummy scent. You guys know that fluffy slime along with crunchy slime is one of my favorites, so I had to try this new recipe. For this I'll be using 6 packs of peel-off mask. I love this so much because it's not clear, it's creamy, and I think that makes the slime even fluffier. Now that you have all the face mask in there, it's time to add a few drops of food coloring. I wanted mine to be pink. To make it fluffier, add shaving cream. The more you add, the fluffier and squishier it will be. Mix both ingredients and then continue to the next step. Here's where you are going to add the activator of your choice. I'm using contact lens solution. And you will see how instantly this is transformed into slime. Use your hands to knead the slime and to make sure all the ingredients are well mixed, and there you have it, a super easy way to make fluffy slime. Isn't this so cool? It's super stretchy yet fluffy and squishy at the same time. I love this recipe so much. I'm super happy to say that this recipe obviously works, and I cannot wait to make more in a bunch of different colors. Now this is a 1 ingredient recipe to make slime that you have to try. In a bowl, add hot water. I'm not counting the water as an ingredient because if you have access to the internet, I'm assuming that you have water, right? And now the only ingredient that we are going to use is bubble gum. Pour the gum into a hot water like I'm doing here. This is going to make the gum softer, and also is going to help us to remove the sugar so it won't be sticky. Start moving it with a wood stick and you will notice that the gum is now much softer. Transfer it to a dry container and start kneading it with your hands until you have the slime consistency that we are looking for. This is how the slime looks at the end. It was super easy to make, and I'm sure anyone can make this. Just remember to keep this in a container with lid or it will be hard as a rock in a few hours. That's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what other slimes do you want me to test. I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye!